Hello, everybody. Get off my lawn cards. I'm Dan. Welcome in. And today I went to the card show. First one in about a month. Just kind of lying low a little bit. I bought a few things online. I think I'll do a separate video on a couple of recent eBay purchases. But this was my first show since Shipshewana. And it was a good show. It was in Grand Rapids at Legend Sports and Games. And a monthly show that Lou Brown puts on. It's a good show. It always does real strong. Probably 60, 70 tables. I don't know what they really can fit, but the show, as shows continue on, they're still very busy. There's still a lot of traffic. When I first got there, it seemed like it was a little slower, maybe like 75% of what I've seen. But by the time I left, I was there a couple hours. It was busy. It was shoulder to shoulder at a lot of tables. And so, there's been kind of a controversy lately about Pokemon at shows. There is Pokemon at this show, but it's not, it doesn't change my enjoyment of the show at all. And if they're paying money for tables, Lou Brown at Legends does better and, keeps the card shows going. And I'm not talking just about Legends. I'm talking about, the Lansing show that I go to, they usually do 300 tables. If 75 of them are Pokemon tables, well, so be it. Keeps that show going, and don't have any problem with that. Some people are really like frazzled about that, and I don't really know why. So the show was good. Bought a wide variety of stuff. I'll show you some of the cases that I kind of ran into. Ran into a few people that know the channel, so that was kind of cool. Got to talk to them a little bit, and so I'll show you some of the cases, and then I'll show you what I bought.
Put my hands back like this.
I know. I was getting ready to submit that card to the PSA because it looks really nice.
I found all these in the
15 altogether. I think those are just the $2. You gotta pay for $2 to put that in.
I'll hook you up with everything.
You're looking at
But I do like this.
Okay, let's take a look at the cards I bought today. Pretty wide variety. I did buy quite a bit. And some of the newest stuff, then a few older items. This first group I bought, these were around $1 a piece. I paid a little more or a little less because I bought a ton of stuff. This was a guy that just had a lot of really good dollar box stuff. Things like, for instance, Dylan Harper, McDonald's, Wave, Ace Bailey, McDonald's, Dylan Harper. I didn't buy a lot of base stuff. I've been trying to stay away from the base, but, every once in a while. Nikola Topic, green. Jared McCain, hoops. Reed Shepherd, red, white, and blue. Malawak green. This might be a type of card I try to sell right away. Chris Paul, red ice. Just a big Chris Paul fan. Ron Holland, silver. I liked what he did in Summer League. He was a pretty good first-year player. He might make a big jump this year. We'll see. Piston fans, I'm sure, certainly hope so. I bought a Zachary Richeche Prism Draft Picks variation. I like these, like I said, because it says it right on the back now. It says variation. Topich Orange Ice. Topich Green. These are Prism Draft Picks. Another Malawak. Here's a Bucelis variation. I can't remember what these are called. Oh, Tribute, yes. There's so many different variations. It's hard to keep track of them all. Devin Carter, Topps Chrome rookie. He's their starting point guard, it looks like right now. Wembanyama from Topps Chrome variation. Jaden Wells, refractor. Here's another Devin Carter. Here's a card I'm probably going to try to sell right away. This is a Paige Beckers rated prospect. Richeche Orange Ice. I don't know, base, Prism. I tried to stay away from that stuff. Alex Sarr. I have a really cool Alex Sarr I'll show you in a minute. A couple greens of Sarr. Zoom out a little. There you go. A couple Bucelis. I think Bucelis might be one of the top guys out of that class. He had a pretty good last 20 games last year. Ron Holland, Topps Chrome. Topich. Richeche, Topps Chrome. You know, I'm starting to get excited for Topps to take over the license for basketball. That's coming up in October. Pretty heavy-duty class. Although, probably, I don't know if it's as good as I thought it was going to be a year ago, because I was looking forward to it a year ago already. I think the class that's going into college right now might be better. But we'll see. Klingon Hoops. This is kind of a cool card. This is a Ron Holland foil. Donruss. Here's a very nice Khalil Ware. Numbered to 149. It's like an explosion. Like I said, I'm trying to stay away from the base stuff. Bucelis Orange Ice. This guy just had tons of color in his dollar boxes, which is really nice. Here's a Pajemski. I'm really not buying a lot of Pajemskis. I've got so many of them. Another numbered card. This is a Topich number to 149. Once again, explosion. Monopoly Sarr. This is Liam McNeely, Wave. Ron Holland, Refractor. I did buy a couple non-dollar cards from the guy also. I thought these were a couple pretty good deals. Richeche Green for $2. Richeche Orange Ice, $2. Here's a Sarr, Topps Chrome Refractor for $3. I think both those guys can make the jump. As kind of a tip for people that collect basketball, if they're not producing by the second year, it's a bad thing. It's a red flag. But this pile I think was $45 total. I think I got it for $40. So pretty healthy pile there. Put some potential plain white envelope sales. The Beckers alone could get quite a bit of money. Beckers is one that's getting a lot of traction. About a handful of cards for this guy. There's an older gentleman that I was talking to there that recognized me from the channel. So we talked a little bit. Troy Melton actually bought baseball a little bit. Bowman Chrome, first Bowman, Refractor. He's been really good. I do have a very nice Melton that I bought at the National. That's a Tiger Stripe variation in Panini. But that was 50 cents. Desmond Bain, multicolor, select rookie, 50 cents. These cards were 25 cents each. Nothing fancy. This first one is kind of fancy. I really like this Deron Holmes winter edition. I've been buying Darren Holmes. I think, he was, Denver was really looking forward to him playing last year, but he got hurt. And so he is looking to come back. We'll see. Right now he's dirt cheap, so I don't really, it's not a big deal. Either way, Reed Shepard, totally certified. Klingon, totally certified. And then Asar hoops. These were 25 cents a piece, these 4. So a couple bucks. Nothing big, but some nice stuff. Nice stuff, decent price. This pile I paid, I think, $6 for. I didn't get a ton off or anything, but here's an Alex Sarr Revolution rookie. And it is numbered to 125. It's an Astro variation. Just kind of a cool card. Just kind of caught my eye. So it was kind of a cool card. Revolution's kind of an artsy brand. From same person, I bought a Anthony Simons rookie jersey card. I don't know if these are the it's guaranteed player worn, so who knows? They might have had the jersey on there for 5 seconds, took it off. That's probably like a plain white envelope sale. Anthony Simons is a guy that people buy. There's a lot of Simons fans out there. And then I also bought this card, Cam Ward, score rookie. And one thing I'll say about Cam Ward, I feel really kind of bad for the guy. I've never seen this in a draft where the #1 draft pick got so little attention. When he got drafted, right after he got drafted, there was the Travis Hunter trade. So everybody was buzzing about that. And then everybody was buzzing about Shadur Sanders falling down in the draft. So Cam Ward really was kind of the forgotten guy. And he was the #1 pick. So Cam Ward, I paid $5. I think $6 for these 3. I think something like that. I don't know. But once again, pretty good deal. If Sarr hits, that's a nice card. That's not the Sarr I was talking about, though, earlier on. I'll show you that one. That one's coming up. These I paid like 3 for $5. Denny Avdia, green. Good player. Just not a lot of pub. Plays in Portland. That's out in no man's land. Ricochet. Hoops. Variation there. Chrome. I don't know. It's not chrome, but you know what I mean. Jared McCain, first Bowman. These are really bad looking cards. But I figure, well, first Bowman, Jared McCain. Paid $5 for the 3. Not a huge deal or anything. But a couple dollar cards. These are just kind of have sentimental value to me. Will Johnson. He had really a really good first game for the Cardinals. But, as a big Michigan fan, he's a big part of the national championship team. So it was just kind of cool to pick up a card of his. And then Khalil Mullings. I don't even know if he's on the roster. I'll have to look. Like a green variation, I guess. It's not numbered, I don't think. But the guy saved Michigan's season a couple games. The Ohio State game and then the Alabama game. He's kind of a legend. Like, I don't think he'll ever be like a huge player in the league or anything. I hope he is. But if he's not, he is near and dear to my heart, as they like to say. So, let's see. I bought a bunch of cards. When I first walked in, I bought a bunch of cards off a guy. I don't think I'd ever seen this guy before. And he had some cool things. I don't know. He kind of liked to make a couple buys early. And these are some kind of cool buys. This is Kevin Durant, red, white, and blue. This is the concourse level. I think that was just kind of a cool design. Steph Curry, silver. This is a really nice card. This is a Ray Allen, like teal ice. This is numbered as well. Numbered to 225. I'm a big Ray Allen fan. These are really kind of cool. These are a variation in Revolution. These are all levels, they're called. They got that, like, the square background. Anthony Edwards, Shockwave. Supernova Giannis, Damian Lillard, one of my favorite all-time players. And then Giannis, you know, like $1 a piece. Another guy that near and dear to my heart, Blake Corum, running back for Michigan, over 20 touchdowns. A jersey card of his for $2. I mean, I bought Nevin Mobley. I have tons of Mobley. And he's a really good player. He could make the leap into, like, superstar category. This is a really nice red. It is numbered to $2.99. Whoops. There it is. I'm getting better. I'm getting upgrade on my glasses this week, so it'll be easier to see that stuff. My eyesight is still pretty good, but just a little fine-tuning, you know, a little fine-tuning. This is kind of a nice card. This is a club-level Patrick Mahomes die cut. And also a select silver. $4. I paid less for this pile. This guy gave me a good deal. LeBron James Astro variation. And then a Revolution Hardwood Legacy Bucelis. It's kind of a weird name for a subset when Bucelis is, you know, Hardwood Legacy. The guy's played like 1 year. His legacy is not there yet. But, you know, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 cards I paid $15 for this stack. So, pretty good. I think, you know, like the Mahomes is a type of card that, you know, could flip out of that pile. All right, a couple more cards. This is the first card I bought coming out of the chute. This is a Hoops Tribute Donovan Clingan rookie that is really low numbered. It is numbered to 59. And for $5, I think that's a really good deal. This is a guy that, like I said, his second year is coming up, and we'll see what he can do. But I'm optimistic. Another card I bought. This is a really cool card. I think I kind of looked at it first, and then I kind of passed, and I went back and bought it. It's an Alex Sarr Prism Silver Asia edition. And you know it's an Asian edition because there's language in Asian. And it's not a super valuable card. And some of it is because Sarr didn't play like one knockout, you know, terrific last year. But for I got this for $10. I negotiated a little bit. That crew was just that crew did a lot of negotiations with people. I noticed, so I got $5 off this, $10 total. So Sarr Silver goes for quite a decent money, and then this Asian edition. I've never seen a card like this. You know, at a show, anyways. I've seen them online, but see it in person and buy it. Yeah, good deal. Last card I bought. This is a little more substantial card. This card has really kind of shot up in price, especially for PSA 10s. And I think that's going to have an effect downstream, so to speak. I bought a Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie. This is a PSA 9. I paid $90 on this card. You can see the $100 sticker, but I got $10 off. I think that these cards are going up in price, the 8s, because the 10s are getting out of reach. I think the 10s are selling for like $4,000, $3,500 to $4,000. The 9s are still at a decent price. I think $200 to $300 if I remember correctly. So these ones are, I think, going to move upwards as well. Just because the cards upstream, the 9s and the 10s are getting at ridiculous levels. And so, you know, $4,000 for a 10. I mean, that's a lot of money. And so 8s have been going up, I noticed. I did a little comp with this card. And the last comp seemed to be a little high. I think it was 165 or something for the last one that sold. But I figured at $90, that's a good deal. This might be a card I take up with me when I go to a card show up north in a couple weeks. That would look good in the case. you know, might slap a $150 sticker on it or something and see what happens. Can always go down, can't go up. But that's another thing I really believe in is if you've got, you know, PSA 10s that are shooting through the roof, the lower grades, I think, appreciate because of that, at least a little, because these are getting out of reach at 10. So those are the cards I bought. It was a good show. Like I said, Legends always delivers. A buddy of mine and I, we might actually try to sell at that show next month. Like I said, the Legends show is every second Saturday. And we're already selling at a show further north the week before. But it would be nice to clear out a little bit of inventory. If you've been watching the channel, you know I buy a lot of cards. And some of them I sell on eBay. But I think, and I'm going to do a video on this, I think, in a couple days. I think selling at shows right now might be easier than eBay for a lot of reasons. And I'm not picking on eBay at all. I've sold a lot of stuff on eBay. I have bought tons of stuff on eBay. But I think I'm going to do a video that looks at both of those. eBay versus card shows. What you can do with each. And so that's it for this video. Like, subscribe. A lot of people have watched a lot of my prior videos, which is awesome. If you're interested in hunting at all, I have some older videos that take you up north to the UP to our hunting camp that we have. And so if you're interested in that, that's gotten tons of views. If you're interested in some of the other shows, there's I did a video on the Shipshawana show. That has changed venues in the last year. So if you want to see what the new venue looks like, I highly recommend that show. And I highly recommend Legends also. You know, Lou Brown does a good job. He's always just like constantly evolving the shop and, you know, taking it in different directions. And it doesn't get stale. And that I think is a big part of any, you know, business, is that you just don't go stale. So until next time, Ketos, thank you. And we'll see you down the trail.